Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, please note the exits in the room. Smoking is not permitted on school grounds, and please mute or turn off your cell phones. First up, we have Mr. Chuck Law, Trap Club update.
First, thanks. So I guess thanks first for having me. I just wanted to, 3 years ago, you guys approved the Trap Club for the district, so I just thought it was a good time to come in and give an update. We're having a great season, and I just wanted to make sure you guys knew what we were up to. I'm not going to get into what the program is. If there's any questions afterwards about the program, let me know. I'm just going to kind of let you know where we're at. So in 24, when we started this thing, we had 12 students sign up. Last year we had 10. I'm happy to report this year we've got 27 kids in the program. And I think 12 or 14 of those are middle schoolers. So we've got, if the kids hadn't graduated or aged out, they're returning. So we've got a 99% return rate. So great development. We've also got new shooters coming up who we can develop into old shooters. So we've kind of split it into two programs. We've got a development squad and a skills squad. So we're very happy about the turnout with the kids. Our program is built around 3 priorities in this order. Safety first, fun second, and marksmanship third. So 1 and 2 are our focus, and breaking targets is what we get if we stay safe and have fun. And safety training, firearm handling remain the foundation of everything we do daily. We get a lot of compliments on how safe our kids are at the gun club from parents and from just people that are watching, how well the kids handle their firearms, how safe they are. So that's something we're very proud of. What we've noticed is our team is building confidence in kids. This is a program that's good for kids who may not otherwise participate in athletics or other sports or programs. The Trap League prides itself on being all-inclusive. No bench warmers, everybody shoots, and everybody gets to have fun. We're also seeing, as our kids are coming back, a lot of mentoring going on and a lot of leadership with the new kids coming in and the kids that have been there for 2 or 3 years, taking those kids under their wing, being mentors, being leaders. Community partnership has been crazy. The amount of support that we have, not just from fundraising through the kids, through raffles and things like that, but corporate fundraising. We're sending letters every year. It's expensive to buy targets and shells for this sport. So we're trying to take that burden and not let that be a barrier to kids joining the team. We've been able the last 2 years to cover all ammo through fundraising, whether it's corporate or team fundraising. And we're shooting at the Clifton Park Sportsman's Club right now, and they're buying our targets for us. They are happy to have us. Their quote is, we're happy to see anybody under the age of 60 over here shooting trap. So they are all about it. They've got 3 beautiful trap fields over there for us, which is good because we were shooting at Fish Creek. They've got 1 trap field. With 27 kids, we would have struggled. So luckily, Clifton Park stepped up. They're hosting us now, and they've offered to pay for our targets. They also let us come in and open trap on Tuesdays for practice. So it's another thing we've been able to do is do some structured practices to keep development going with the kids. We're not just showing up for league shoot competition, but we do have a practice, which is somewhat new to us this year. And the parent involvement and volunteer support has been crazy. So with that many kids, I only had 2 helpers last year. I had 2 other parents step up this year full-time to help. So there's 5 of us now helping with the team, which is a huge help. Highlights and successes. So again, largest roster in the program, so we're happy about that. Team participation in our tournaments has been really high. So when we get done with our regular season, we do a local tournament at Hudson Falls. That's 22, 25 local schools that go to Hudson Falls on a Sunday and shoot trap for prizes and medals against other local schools. I think this is their 5th or 6th year doing it, and it's becoming a bit of a bragging rights situation locally to be able to take some hardware home from the Foothills Challenge. And our participation in that has been almost 100%. And then after that one, the week after, we go to Cicero, Bridgeport, New York, and do the New York State High School trap shooting tournament. that's a 3-day, 2,200 kids, 275 schools. I think it's the largest shooting sports tournament on the Eastern Seaboard. That's something to behold. Because we're so big this year, we'll be shooting on Sunday with a lot of large schools. So our competition is stiffened up, but that's just going to make us better. Strong fundraising support. I wanted to mention last year we had a 9th grader that shot for us, and because of trap, he was made aware of a program that the NRA offered called the Youth Education Summit. It's in DC. It's a week-long education summit where students learn a lot and they vie for up to $40,000 worth of scholarships. So Seamus Brownell he applied, he got accepted, he had to write an essay. It's very hard to get into. He got into it. He was able to spend a week in DC with the NRA and the Youth Education Summit. Without trap, I don't think he knows that program's around. We give a scholarship out every year to our seniors. So far, we've only had one senior a year, so it's been pretty easy to pick who the scholarships go to. We've been giving out $1,000. I think we might be able to up that to $2,000 this year based on our fundraising support. And we've decided to name that scholarship the Kenneth J. Everett Scrap Shooting Scholarship. So I don't know if anybody knows Jeff Everett. Jeff Everett, he used to live across the street. He was a huge advocate for our Please My Neighbor. He was a huge advocate for our program. He helped build the trap club at the Fish Creek to host the kids. And he passed away untimely a few years ago. So we, as a group with the trap club, thought it was a great thing to name our scholarship after Ken. He was a huge part in what we did. So we're going to do that moving forward. And really, the last thing I have to say is just thank you. Thank you for giving us a chance. It was a grind to get the program started. I really could not say that. It's a personal passion of mine, youth shooting sports and getting kids in the outdoors and getting them trained around firearms and understanding. So personally, it means a ton to me, but I know it means a ton to these kids. We're having a great time. And lastly, I'll just close with, we're not proud of the targets. We're not just proud of the targets that our athletes bring, but the confidence, responsibility, and character they're building along the way. So yeah, with that, I'll open it up to any questions if anybody has any, and just say thanks again for the time and the support.
How long of a season do you guys usually go? When do you start?
We start practicing in like February. Our season actually starts and that's kind of like, you can come if you want, we'll be there. Our season starts in April, it runs 8 weeks plus tournaments. So it's about a 10-week program. And then last year, for the first time, I forgot to add that. The league that we signed up through USA Play Target, they offer a fall season too, a fall league that we can join. So I put it out to the kids and the parents, if anybody wants to shoot fall trap, and everybody said yes. Like, hands down, let's do it. So we participated in the fall league last year. That doesn't have a tournament, it's a truncated 5-week league. But we had some kids take home some hardware, placing first in their division. We also brought hardware trophies home from states last year. I had a novice shooter who started out shooting 3 or 4 targets. By the time he got to states, he was breaking 20 and he won first place in the novice division. 7th grader, so he's super proud. I think we even have a trophy in the trophy case now, so we're going to try to add that this year. That's all I got.
So I would just like to make a quick comment as a parent of a first-year trap member. It's been incredible to watch you and the other coaches. Thank you for all the time you put into it. I see you're answering emails and questions at 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night on Game Changer. Coaches do a great job with safety and technical training, balancing all of that and doing it all simultaneously. And thank you to the Sportsman's Club. It's a nice facility over there. They're very accommodating to us. And side note, they make a nice breakfast sandwich on the early season cold mornings.
Now, do you provide the guns and stuff, or do the students do?
So generally the students do, but we try to break down any barriers that allow people to get into the sport. We do have loaners, and we've had a lot of first-time shooters join that had no clue, and now they're gun owners. So yeah, we let them loan, and we actually recommend that you don't go out and just buy something. Let's try out a few of ours and see what fits and get a feel for it before you go spend $500-600 on a shotgun. But no kids, they want their own gear, so eventually they usually don't buy. But we do offer loaners too.
The great thing about that is that they, George, for example, got to try pump versus semi, break in 12 versus 20, and so he can whittle that decision down with some experience and trial and error.
Yeah, we've got enough information now what works for these kids that we can recommend the chat clubs to the parents too, so.
Well, thank you for all the hard work that you've done to
Yeah.
get this started and working with our students.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Nice job.
Really appreciate it. I have a little
Thank
meeting to get to, so I'm gonna get out of here.
Enjoy, good luck.
Okay. Next is we have the STA update.
Yeah, I'm gonna capture you speaking and I'm gonna switch the camera and go over.
Oh, yes, please, yes, for sure. So I'm going to talk this way. So, good evening. I am pleased to share an update highlighting the incredible work of our teachers and the meaningful learning experiences happening across our district. Our staff continue to create engaging, creative, and supportive environments where students can grow academically, socially, and emotionally. Across all grade levels, we've seen a wide range of enriching opportunities for students. Our kindergarten students are beginning an exciting 3-week journey exploring the chick life cycle through an incubation and embryology project in collaboration with Mrs. McMullen and the agricultural program. Mrs. McMullen introduced the process through a read aloud and discussion. Each class received a set of interactive eggs that show daily development stages and provide facts about what is happening inside. The hands-on experience is helping bring science to life while also fostering connections between older and younger students. And here's actually a picture of those incubators. Can I try this thing?
Yeah, try it. Wait for the camera to switch.
Here we go. So each kindergarten classroom has one of these to kind of check all the stages. In first grade, students are preparing for their annual art show where Miss Barnett's class participated in a unique project. They were a virtual lesson with a professional rhinestone artist who happens to be her sister. Students selected a marine life animal such as a jellyfish, starfish, or sea turtle, then drew, colored, and added decorative elements using a beginner-friendly rhinestone technique. Students were highly engaged throughout the process and are excited to showcase their work at the art show at the end of May. So those were a sea turtle and jellyfish from the first grade students in Ms. Barnett's class. Our fourth grade teachers went above and beyond to support their students during the ELA state testing period by creating a positive and encouraging environment. Hallways were filled with motivational signs, reminding students to stay confident, take their time, and believe in their abilities. These thoughtful messages helped ease testing anxiety and played an important role in helping students feel prepared, motivated, and ready to do their best. So those were some various signs that throughout the hallways on testing day for the fourth grade students. On March 27th, Mrs. O'Neill and the 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade students were able to experience the program Wonder. This was the SPAC Classical Kids Orchestra program for the school year. A string quartet from the Kuroga Arts Collective came to perform for the students. The students were able to see the instruments up close and hear many pieces of classical music. They are now able to receive 2 free amphitheater tickets to the opening night performance of the Philadelphia Orchestra at SPAC on Wednesday, August 5th. If students sign up for the free tickets and attend the performance, they will receive a SPAC student lawn pass in the mail during the following school year. This pass will grant the student and accompanying adult free lawn admission to ballet and orchestra performances at SPAC until the student's projected year of graduation from high school. This is a free program that the Stillwater Elementary has been participating in for at least 8 years. The OT crew set up a sensory path in the elementary school to provide a mini movement break for students promoting their regulation for learning. There should be a picture of that path. They put up in the elementary school for students. Our 6th graders recently celebrated their learning through a poetry palooza. After studying reading and writing a variety of poetry, students came together to share their original pieces. They listened thoughtfully to one another, identified poetic elements, and reflected on their own growth as writers. It was a meaningful opportunity to showcase creativity, build confidence, and appreciate the power of words. And so those are some pictures and then 2 pieces of work that they created themselves.
A few months ago, 8th grade students in Mrs. McGuire's class ended their 1920s unit with a 1920s dance party with feather boas and all. Students were encouraged to learn a dance fad from the 1920s and perform for the class or simply get up and dance for fun while trying a 1920s dance fad. So we have some pictures of what that looked like in class. Possibly. I was doing good for a minute, yeah. Thank you.
Sorry.
Let me see if I can try that again. It was working. No? Okay, well. Hopefully we'll have pictures, and then there we go. So those are pictures, and then the next slide is actually some videos of their performances. They can't hear.
All right, folks, this was working earlier. Why I went to this.
I can just resend that too. But so anyway, so there's two videos of their performances. I think they did a pretty good job. The high school hosted two events last week. One was a guest speaker named Stephen Hill, who spoke to our 9th and 12th grade students about the dangers of substance use. Stephen Hill is a nationally recognized speaker, author, recovery coach, and defense attorney who travels and speaks to students about his adolescence and experience with substance abuse. In addition, the 9th graders met with a panel of 12th or 10th grade students to talk about preparing for 10th grade, the importance of the high school transcript, and Regents exams. They also played a game of Stillwater team trivia to test their knowledge of graduation requirements. We have some amazing accomplishments by our students in Miss Convoy's advanced drawing and painting classes. 2 students placed in the Win Place Show, the annual student art exhibition at the National Museum of Racing and Hall of Fame. On Friday, they went to visit the museum and see the 50 outstanding works of art from students across New York and beyond. In the first place was Runaway by 12th grade Ramses Gilly, and third place Freedom by 12th grader Ella Barnett. Other students featured were Anastasia Isgro, Brian Maynard, Grady Brookover, Riley Stack, and Caden Burdo. They also had winners in the Talent Unlimited. The Talent Unlimited is a journal filled with selected artwork and poetry created by students in Saratoga County. Our Ella Barnett was selected for the cover of that journal this year, and we will soon be receiving copies. We also had 2 other students get artwork selected, Tessa Miller and Brooke Cunningham. And the next picture will show her cover that she's showcasing. Beautiful. On Saturday, April 18th, we hosted 20 other schools for the 11th annual Rock and Relays track and field event. It was a huge success. The weather was good and the meet went smoothly. Hosting such a large meet is a great undertaking, and frankly, it would have been absolutely impossible without the help of our grounds crew and other countless volunteers. Coaches from other schools reportedly commented to Coach the Clements that they were jealous of the support he had in pulling this off. Rightfully so. And to quote Coach, when Stillwater sets its mind on something, great things happen. This weekend was just another proof of that. He would also like to give a big thank you to Bruce Lilac and his whole crew, the modified and varsity coaching staff, Stefano Gazzelli, and the many, many parents and students who came to volunteer. Special thanks to Mrs. McMullen for donating her time. He noted how truly grateful he is that Stillwater is a place filled with great people and that our district is ready to support when he dreams big. Events like this one put our school in the spotlight, and he can't thank everybody enough. The senior class trip to Disney was a huge success. Many students had their first time on a plane, first time traveling without their parents, first time making decisions for themselves, and more. The students demonstrated responsibility, cooperation, and positive behavior throughout. They enjoyed rides, fireworks, shows, great food, amazing rooms, and pools. It was a great learning experience for everyone, and we're so glad they had a great time. They landed at 12:04, pulling into school at 1:30 a.m. Monday morning, and our chaperones made it to school just a few hours later to teach for that day, and in fact, stayed the entire week. Here are some pictures of our Disney trip. Our music students in the Stillwater Rock Band performed last month at Putnam Place in Saratoga. Over 130 people attended, and Mr. Foxton is so proud of all the hard work that went into pulling off this show. This type of show incorporated a group of students who normally would not interact with one another and turned into an experience of a lifetime that I'm sure they will never forget. They will be performing this Friday for Class Day. And there is a video, but I don't know if we'll hear it, but I can send that one too because it was an amazing performance. Thank you, Chris. Our very own Mrs. Carpenter has been named the Wishley Bosse's School Library System School Librarian of the Year. This prestigious regional honor recognizes a certified school librarian who exemplifies the highest standards of service, leadership, and professional excellence within a member district. The award is given to an individual who demonstrates outstanding and inclusive service to students and staff, nurtures a love of reading and inquiry through creative programming, and actively integrates information literacy skills into curriculum through collaboration with teachers. It also recognizes ongoing commitment to reflection and improvement of literacy programs, participation in professional development, and strong leadership and advocacy for the profession. As discussed in previous presentations, we continue to prioritize building connections both within and between buildings. Across the district, we have silent mentoring, where staff members are paired with students who have identified a need for additional trusted adult support. These staff members make a point to check in regularly, share meals, and engage in positive activities with students. In addition, older students serve as peer buddies to younger students, helping strengthen relationships across grade levels. Recently, middle school and high school students visited the elementary school to read aloud to kindergarten students, followed by spring-themed craft connected to the story. Overall, these highlights represent just a snapshot of the dedication, creativity, and care our teachers bring to their work every day. Their commitment continues to make a lasting impact on our students and our school community. We appreciate your continued support of these efforts and welcome you to visit our classrooms at any time to see these connections in action. It's always meaningful for us to share the learning and relationships happening across our schools, and we truly appreciate the opportunity to open our doors and highlight the work of our students and staff. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, good stuff.
Okay, thank you again to the STA for coming and presenting to us. Tell us all the wonderful things they're doing. Okay, so we're going to be moving on. Next item is public input on agenda items. I'm not going to read the whole thing because it doesn't look like this, everybody. Nothing, so. Did you have anything to say, Pete? No? Okay.
Anybody else here?
No, it's pretty empty tonight. Okay, moving on. We have the consent agenda. I need a motion to approve the consent agenda items inclusive of board minutes of 4/15/26 and 4/21/26 Board of Education meetings and CSEA recommendations.
So moved. Second.
Questions, comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next, we have the superintendent's report.
Hello, Pete.
And everyone,
Just a couple of things. Everybody that's not in education thinks September is the busiest time of year. You know, I really believe in my experience May is an unbelievable month leading into, June, all the stuff that happens in June. May is big testing month. So last week, you guys know, we had the ADLA stuff. That all went nice and went very smooth. We had a ton of participation. State watches that stuff, and we have a good feeling that I think we'll be where we need to be. Not that we get punished if we don't, but my time as administrator say I think testing is a good thing, right? If the child is below average or need some support, we want to be able to provide that. That gives us another data point to look at. Next week is, I think at the middle school, they'll be doing the New York State math testing. And AP exams start in high school. So not only is that maybe my favorite time of year, but all the celebrations that will occur. And, I think you guys are all proud of those celebrations, and I'm sure you'll be at. Just a little update, we had math testing in the ALA. Rebecca chose to get a little window. She chose to start hers today, while the whole state in various regions had significant technology issues. And the NWEA is the company, the state subcontracts for their platform, and they manage it. And our kids hung in. I think 6 kids were able to get in, so you have to allow them to finish it, but the rest never got in. The rest never got in, never log in. So Rebecca shut it down and shifted on the fly and readjusted the schedule for the weekend, or for the rest of the week. And we'll be challenging that as well, this week. And then next week will be this week. So that's it.
Thank you. Next, we have a business administrator section.
Thank you. First on my short list, next Wednesday at 6 o'clock in the library, we have our budget hearing. It's not necessarily a board meeting, there's no action, but if anybody has trouble sleeping at night, that might be a way to help them. So if anybody's interested in that, they are certainly more than welcome to attend. Yesterday was Bus Driver Appreciation Day, and the work that the bus drivers do every day impacts every single one of our students, whether they take the bus in, they take a midday trip, they take a field trip, they take an athletic trip. This week was bus drill, so everybody had bus drills as well. And bus drivers are the first face that students see in the morning, and often the last they see in the afternoon. And we are truly grateful for our bus drivers who, as Hillary mentioned, drove to and from the airport for Disney and got back here at 1:30 in the morning and came to work for 6:15. So certainly their dedication and interest in our students and our district is appreciated. And along those lines, next Saturday at 9 a.m. we have a test drive the bus coming up. So, we will need bus drivers again next year. So if anybody is interested in learning what it's like to get behind the wheel of a big yellow bus, 9 a.m. next Saturday, Kathy and myself will be here, and we'll have donuts and coffee, and anybody can take a bus for a spin and see if that's a career that may be interesting to them.
Are you going to post that on the website and on Facebook?
Facebook website, the sign.
So that you can share it out there.
Yes.
Okay.
And then the last thing I have is we're still awaiting a DEC visit for our wetland permit for the capital project, which is why we've been pulled from the agenda tonight. We're hopeful we'll get some clarity on that, and they can hopefully be added to the 513 board agenda.
Okay. And I'm looking on here, I guess National School Principals Day is Friday, May 1st. So we can say Happy School Principals Day. And thank you for all you
I'm
do.
going to save mine for Friday.
Okay. And then National School Nurses Day is Wednesday, May 6th. So maybe we can extend our congratulations on behalf of the board for our nurses. And again, our bus drivers who are normally the first hello our children see and the last goodbye our children see. And, through all the weather and everything that they do, transporting our precious cargo, we appreciate everything they do. And I hope they understand that they're the heroes of this district, getting our kids to school here. So, okay, all right, moving on. Our student board member is not here tonight. Let's go on to personnel. I need a motion to appoint Andrea Bennett as a permanent lunch recess monitor effective April 29th, 2026 at $16.54 per hour for the CSD agreement. Andrea has full fingerprint clearance.
So moved.
Questions, comments? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. I need a motion to approve the retirement of Ford Chambers as bus driver effective July 1st, 2026. Ford has been with the district for almost 10 years, and we wish him best in his retirement. Questions, comments?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, be it resolved that upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the agreement to extend the probationary period of Tiffany Murray serving in an elementary education tenure area is hereby approved, and the teacher probationary period is hereby extended to and including August 31st, 2027, unless further extended in accordance with the law. And be it further resolved that the probationary period expiration date is tentative and conditional only and contingent upon, among other things, compliance with all requirements of the education law and regulations. I need a motion?
So moved. Second.
Questions, comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, on to action items. I need a motion to approve the contract agreement between Stillwater Central School District and Zantori's World's Famous Fireworks, LLC, for a firework display at graduation on the evening of June 26, 2026, as per the terms and conditions set forth in the agreement.
Second.
Questions, comments? Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. I need a motion to approve the health and welfare services contract between Stillwater Central School and North Colony Central School District in the amount of $1,061.47 per pupil for approximately 2 children resident in said Central School District and attending non-public schools in said North Carolina Central School District. This is for services from September 2025 to the end of June 2026. Oh, North Carolina, where is I?
North Carolina.
Oh,
Your mind's got so loud.
yes. Okay, North Carolina. How the heck did I go with that one? Okay, North Carolina.
So moved.
Second.
Questions, comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay. Need a motion to approve the health services contract between the Stillwater Central School District and North Greenbush Commons School District in the amount of $352.36 for eligible pupil attending LaSalle Institute in North Greenbush Commons School District for services from September 4th, 2025 through June 13th, 2026.
So moved.
Second.
Questions, comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, committee report outs. We have the facilities committee, which is Tara.
Yes. So on April 15th, we met. Present were myself, Amy, Bob was there. Also present was Superintendent Mariano and Michael Kavanaugh, and Bob was there as well. The meeting was published in advance and open to the public, as are all committee meetings. The capital project update, the facilities committee met on April 15th, 2026 to review phase 1 bid results and overall progress on the voter approved $26 million capital project. Brody, the architect leading the project from King & King in Saratoga, presented the following update to the committee. Phase 1 bids and financial overview. Bids were received for site work, HVAC, electrical, roofing, and related components. The committee noted that phase 1 bids came in higher than initially anticipated due primarily to limited bidder participation. In several cases, there was only one bidder. Site-specific conditions, including structural and excavation requirements, necessary infrastructure such as electrical service and drainage, and general economic uncertainty and material inflation. The committee confirmed that the total project budget remains capped at the voter-approved amount and cannot be exceeded. The total project, including all incidental costs, cannot exceed the voter-approved project amount of $26 million. Any increases in phase 1 will be addressed through adjustments to phase 2 scope consistent with the approved proposition. On the subject of clarification of project costs, the committee reviewed the full bid package and discussed the importance of distinguishing between total phase 1 project bid costs, which include multiple components: roofing for the middle school, high school in excess of 22,000 square feet, HVAC, electrical, and site work, and individual project elements such as the athletic complex. When reviewed independently, field-related costs are generally consistent with prior year estimates, depending on final scope selections. As for the bidding process, bids were publicly advertised and distributed to known contractors. Ultimately, some contracts only received a single bidder and thus had an impact on pricing. The primary site contractor has significant experience with similar projects throughout the region. The project timeline, phase 1 remains on schedule for a summer construction start. Site work is anticipated to continue throughout the fall, with roof work occurring during summer recess. Final closeout will extend into the following spring to ensure proper site establishment and inspection. As for permitting and approvals, wetland and floodplain approvals are in progress. Coordination continues with local agencies and New York State DEC, and no significant delays are anticipated at this time. As for next steps, the architect and district will conduct detailed bid reviews with contractors, clarify scope and identify potential cost reductions, and develop a formal recommendation for board consideration. The board is expected to review recommendations and consider contract awards at the upcoming meeting. The Facilities Committee finds that the project remains within the voter-approved budget, on schedule, and progressing appropriately, with continued focus on cost clarity, scope refinement, and ensuring best value prior to final decisions.
Thank you. Do you have any questions? Okay. Thank you, Tara. Okay, the next thing we have is board items of interest.
So one that was brought to my attention today, and I've shared with some I know seniors, Broadview, I believe it's Broadview, has a bunch of scholarship opportunities. So I can forward that to you as well, Mr. Mariano, and you can disseminate it accordingly. Also, Stewart's will probably be in touch. They're looking to do an event for a school sometime in May, and they asked me for some dates, and I know that we have some stuff coming up. Also mentioned June with some moving up ceremonies, and I had even suggested perhaps the night of the boat, like to have some ice cream in the parking lot, could bring people in the boat and kind of make it a fun thing, right? Yeah. So we'll see.
Renee will be out there.
Let me know what your favorite flavor is. If that's the night, we'll, arrange it. So. Me too. And I think that's it.
Anybody else?
Real quick,
Daryl? Either one of you, go ahead.
who else?
Daryl.
The fireworks. Last year, the fireworks show is great every year. There's a preponderance of debris on a turf field that caused some delays for practices the next day and stuff. So I don't know if we've got maybe a group or a club or a booster club or somebody that might be interested in, because that's a big area to cover for the maintenance staff, and when they fall to approaching at that time. So somebody who's not tied into graduation ceremonies, maybe we find some muster of forces to scour the grounds and get the debris. Maybe that wind will last till it cools off, I'm not sure.
Well, normally they pick up the gas, don't they?
Well, the wind was
Yeah,
pretty strong last year. Not that I've been here a long time, but I think last year was a little bit of the exception. There was a lot of stuff going down on us. Now, we're changing the location. We hope that's the project. So hopefully, there will be greater.
girls soccer practice was slightly delayed, but they muddled through and secured the state championship, so it's okay.
Sounds like good luck. I don't know if you want to do that. Thank you.
Okay. You done?
I'm
That's it? Amy?
Yes. The class of 1976 is going to be holding their 50th class reunion later this year in September. I've been in contact with their organizer, Ken Thomas, who was an alumni that year. He was looking to set up a tour of the building in that time frame with some of the alumni, kind of do like the alumni tours, to kind of see how things have changed over the years. I know he's also been in contact with Coach King about attending like the home football game that weekend as well as other area events. So should I give him more contact information?
Yeah, and I think like our National Honor Society kids usually have volunteer to do things like that. Keep like we'll
Okay, great.
forward it and
Absolutely.
we'll get it all. Awesome.
Yeah. We're very excited about it. Hope to be one of those sometime.
Okay. Anybody else?
I remember.
Oh.
There's a couple of things, baseball related. There was a car wash fundraiser for baseball this weekend. It was a huge success. So thank you everybody who came out and participated and donated. The kids had a blast. The coaches were awesome. Made it fun for them and supported. And shout out to Arvin Hart for hosting our kids and our cars. Also, there's some interest in perhaps something for groundbreaking when we do break ground on the field. And finally, Mr. Gazzelli has mentioned that he'd be interested in announcing for the first baseball game, if you want to get there. He's got portable equipment and he would be prepared to do it.
First game experience.
Yeah.
With baseball,
Does he do this at all?
Do we know what kind of?
Just announcing it.
Yeah. So, I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay, anybody else? No? I have none. Okay, next item is public input on non-agenda items. Anybody? No? No?
3 minutes, say whatever you want to.
I'll tell you, I was at the Columbia Stillwater Mechanical lacrosse game the other night, and the people from Columbia, and I didn't speak difference, but they were very impressed with Gazzelli.
Yeah, that's a great job.
Really nice comments coming out of the bleachers as they left the game.
I was gonna thank Mr. and Mrs. Guzzelli. They came to the modified baseball game and they handed out goodie bags to all the players. So they're really special parts of our team. They're my district for sure.
Fixtures in the community and at multiple events, yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay, are we all done? All right, next item is executive, we're going to make, need a motion to adjourn into executive session for SDA, CSEA contract negotiations, and personnel.
So moved. Second.
Questions, comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, everyone, for coming tonight.
Thanks,
Crowd.
Kate.
Thank you, viewers.
Sign the,